Hi everybody, welcome to the webinar, and today we're going to be discussing the AutoCAD interface. So let's start by going to our projects. We can choose this link here that says projects, or you can go start, projects, manage projects. As you can see, here I have this webinar CAD file here, or a project. It's already checked out. You need to have it checked out to you if you want to create drawings. I've already had a couple drawings created, but just for the sake of this webinar, I'll create a new one. So go to New, AutoCAD Drawing here at the bottom, where the Files tab. You can also go up here at the top and do New AutoCAD, or right-click and select Open in AutoCAD and then New Drawing. That'll bring you to this new drawing window where you can select the different drawing types. 4 types are elevation, line, plan, schematic. So it's not like Visio where you can have them all on one drawing, where you have a page for elevation, a page for line, a page for plan, and a page for schematic. For AutoCAD, each drawing or type is coded differently. Just do schematic. Now, to start with schematic, schematic is the only drawing type that's going to pull like wire connections. So it's the only one that's going to show that this device is connected to this other device. It also shows inputs and outputs. So let's put some devices in here. I think most of these have inputs, outputs. So let's do this one here and this one here. Didn't mean to do that. All right, so zoom in. So, there we go. That's pretty good. So, all right. So, in order to connect these two devices, we need to put in some wire. So I have some wire here. So we're just gonna drag those guys in. And one more. There we go. All right, so let's connect them. Now, as you can see, these are all red. You can't change the color unless you connect them, and even then it'll be green. Set. So we connect this here. It seems that I actually have this connected to another device in another drawing, probably. So it's asking me, do I want to delete the whole connection? So it's part of our wire auditing. So I do want to delete, and it's probably going to ask me again. Yep. So that's done there. And I want to do the opposite. I'm going to come over on this side here and connect this, say this way. Yes. And I'm going to connect this last one here. And we're going to do it to there. Yep. Okay. So as you can see, these wires change from red to green. They're all connected, and it tells you that they're properly connected because the text here is green as well. So if we were to run like a wire connections report, or what's actually the name of it? Yeah, wire connections report. You'll see that where these two devices are connected in this report. Here, here. You can also see this on the Tools tab if you go to the symbol, I believe here, wire connections, and do all. It shows you all the wires you have in your project and whether or not they're connected from location, from port to to model, component ID, location, Like I said, this is the only drawing type that's going to actually report back to that specific report or show wire connections. So let's move forward to our next type. We're going to save. Next, we're going to go to plan. So we're going to open here. Now, I may have already put some things in here, but we can start over here. I already have a plan in here. So let's say I want to put items in this plan. We can actually come over here and drag an item. So AT&T phone, close phone. So as you can see, it dropped the phone into my actual project. You can also come here, come to, let's say, speakers, and we want to do a bookshelf. So you can also try to, drag over a block, and it'll prompt you to add a product for that particular block. And there it is. Now my floor plan might be a bit small, so that could be part of the problem. So let's actually re-add that in. So it's a bit bigger. So insert, drawing reference, we're going to go practice here. Here. Let's not make it too big. Just big enough. There we go. Oh, I didn't hit enter yet. There we go. That's better. So now we have a speaker, and we also have this phone in here. Let's say we want to change this shape to something else. We would just select the shape, right click, go to Details, block, and change block. And here you can choose from the list of available blocks you have on your add-in here. So I want to use the general plan block, and I want to go scale. Now, this particular block is going to pull from the width and depth of this item. So go to specifications, going to pull from here, depth. So if I change the width to 15 and the depth to 30, it changes. And you can do this pretty much with any shape. So if I want to change this, D-tools, I'm sorry, not shape, block. Go block here, and don't really have one for phone, so I'm gonna change to, why not this intercom here? As you can see, I have both of those selected, which is why I changed both of them. So let's try this again. Okay, block, change block. General. Go to intercom. There it is. And so now it's changed to this intercom shape. And so you can drag in shapes as you see fit on your plan and just put them where you need to. One thing worth mentioning is if I come in here and I hit delete, as you can see, it didn't delete out of my project. So I can go back and add that back in. However, to the flip side of that, if I go to my project and I delete, it will delete the shape out in the drawing. Okay, so let's we're done with pretty much with plan. Let's move forward to elevation. I'm going to save. All right. Let's come here, and we have elevation here. Let's open. The elevation drawing is where you can do things like racks, and it's going to pull directly from the specs of the actual product. So I don't think I have a rack here, so I'm actually going to change my view by clicking here, by category, and going to equipment racks, Mid-Atlantic. Let's drag this out here. Oh, let's see. That one doesn't seem to actually have any specifications, so let's see if I have something that does. Okay. Try that guy. Oh, that fits us better. All right. So we have this rack. It's a small one. Now, it pulls, like I said, directly from specifications. So if I was to increase the height to, let's say, 35, increases the height here. So let's add some things here. I believe I have a distribution panel. Let's add that in as well. And again, it's pulling directly from the specifications, and let's add that in here. There. And let's see if we can add something else. What this fan? Oh, sorry about that. Fan here. And let's actually get rid of that. I don't want to see. I want it rack mounted, hide all labels. So you can see as I put in where it says rack mounted, it actually put in these little screws here. So let's try putting in another device here. And let's set this to also be rack mounted as well. Rack mounted, I like to hide labels. I don't like the labels too much. Let's do this here. And let's stick it there. Actually, I don't like where this fan is either. I'll put the fan there. As you can tell, I'm not a rack. I don't build racks. But basically, you can see, you can again build elevations just like in Visio. Again, one thing to keep in mind is that you can't resize these shapes because they pull directly from the specs. So the only way to resize them is to change the specifications, which would kind of give you false information or would defeat the point of the elevation. So I guess we can move forward. Although, let me see if this also generate a side view. So we do side view here. It shows you a side view of this particular rack. And you can do so by, of course, selecting a rack, go to right-click, D Tools, block, and then generate side view. All right, so let's save that, and let's move on to line, which is our last drawing type. Yes. Now, with line, I haven't seen too many customers actually use the line drawing. It's very generic, and it just honestly is what I've seen, just squares and like a line shape. So I'm just going to show you here. I'm going to drag this guy over. Screw it. Yep, just a square here. You can resize this and make it a rectangle if you need to. Like make it bigger, smaller. Sorry, a little click happy. Can't get, okay, there we go. Smaller. Same thing, make it longer. You can also, of course, hide the labels, but if you hide the labels, it's really just a rectangle. So I don't know why you would. I'll show you. That's what it looks like when you put a wire, and you can say shows the flow of a system using the line view, but I'm sorry, line drawing. However, I haven't seen too many customers actually use this. Unlike the other wire shapes, or unlike the other views, you can actually change the color here. So if you want to do custom, I don't know if that's really all there is to it for the line drawing. Honestly, it's very simple and straightforward. So I'm gonna exit this. Yes. Now, are there any questions? All right. I guess if there, oh, sorry about that. I guess if there aren't any questions, we can end the webinar here. If you do have any questions, you can submit a support case. It can be done by clicking Start, Help, either live support chat or create a support ticket. Live support chat will put you in contact with one of our chat representatives, and create a support ticket will create a support ticket in the queue, and one of our technicians will contact you either through phone or email. Thank you for joining the webinar today. Everyone, have a nice day.